These are some of the very first 8mm pictures that we have in 1957 while we were in Hawthorne, Nevada. It's directed by Sarah Ebert. We put these on the VCR September of 1991. That was Don Singer with Karen and Linda. And here I am going to work at NAD, Hawthorne, Nevada. Ammunition depot at that time was the Navy. There was 125 Marines and 30 Navy. This is Mary Singer. She lived across the street. I think this is Marilyn. Marilyn Singer, that is. Karen. No, down the fence. Karen and Linda. Picture of Walker Lake. I think we're on the way to Reno. February of 1957. Picture of Mount Grant with snow. There was a nice fishing hole up there that I used to go to. I don't think the family had ever went up to the fishing hole. This is right at the cliffs, and Shears is an Indian settlement, Paiute Indians. Indian reservation. This is on the road to Reno, looking back towards Hawthorne. Here was a neighbor on the other side. Patty was the girl's name. I can't remember her last name. You can see that we were really taking a lot of pictures to see how they would develop with that 8mm. Downtown Reno in 1957. Harold's Club. Nevada Club, I think, is closed now. There's not too much going on downtown Reno anymore. They've spread out. The biggest little city in the world. Mapes is closed. This was a department store downtown that burned out just before we got there, or a few months before we got there. Oh, this is a horseshoe club in Reno. And trains run right through town, and you had to stop and let the trains go by. Back to Hawthorne again. These were all 50-foot reels of 8mm at that time, and I transferred them all into a 300-foot, and in turn I put them on the VCR. Here's Otis building us a shed. They come up, my mother and Otis come up to Hawthorne just to see what we were doing or where we lived, get away for a while, I guess.
This was Easter Sunday. Girls went to church. Now they're hunting eggs. We all went to church, I should say. You'll see Karen going like a little mad tornado all there. See her coming towards us there? Man, that little blue coat on. Look at her. There she is. She found one. Little girl went right by. There's Linda. Aren't they pretty little girls? They still are, too. They're beautiful little girls. Beautiful big girls. That's Karen running around there. You see who Josh takes after. That's our neighbors, door-to-door neighbor. Karen's going across the street to go to church, Baptist church, Sunday school with the neighbors. There's Linda. She's going too. They're going to church. This is Lisa, Pan, and their family, and the kids are going to Sunday school with them now. I think the girls went to every type of church there was. We had a lot of good people leading us the right way.
Outside Sacramento.
Oh, yeah.
On the way to San Francisco.
What is the name of it?
Milk Bar. Man of the Moon.
Yeah, this is the milk barn on the way to Sacramento.
They're on the way. There's somebody's fence.
Where are we at? Ken's wedding. Says there's Ethel Fisher. There's Donald doing them puffing. We're at Fisher's in
Richmond.
Richmond, California. Here's Jimmy. Yeah, he is between Linda and Karen in age. Be fun to take this up and show them.
Yeah.
They had a nice house there in Richmond. He's so cute. Jim's a school teacher in California, down around San Diego. Ethel, we never could get her to take her picture. Oakland, California. It might be the place I worked while I was there. Here's how we dressed in those days. Isn't that Daryl?
Yep.
That's Daryl, Don's cousin. Daryl Kaler.
Put the camera on tripod.
Got the kids. Everybody got the kids, but they never got the rest. There's Daryl again. Boy, in a tuxedo. Here's Mom.
Dottie.
And Dottie, Aunt Dottie.
Yep.
Aunt Dottie. That's Ebert. Forgot what her name was. There's the girls at Ken's wedding. This is when Uncle Ken got married in May of 1957. 22nd, I think, somewhere in there. Here's Doris, Aunt Doris, Don's sister, Scuba. She was maid of honor. Here's Livy and Ken, getting rice thrown all over him. The rest of us here, they had to come out and have their picture taken. There's the newest baby in the family, Doris's. There's Wians. We went back to Alameda, and there's where we had an apartment right down that little sidewalk. When we got married, and Karen was born there. Nobody was home. That was our first house, our home underneath that house. That's taken from Doris's house in was it Hayward? It was not Hayward. We're looking down over California in the bay. That was her house. Here's how busy the roads was then, and we thought they were terrible. Look at them now. Is that the Oakland Daybird? Where are we at, Don? Steak line, fish. going, oh yeah, see, we're going through it, what do you call that river going through Reno? Almost said it. Waso? No. Yeah, it's on. Anyway, this is going up the hill into Reno and then down the hill. This is all 1957, the year we bought it. You can tell we never stopped using it. You see how narrow that highway was? Now it's a super I-80, isn't it? Yeah, 80. Interstate 80. We're up at the top now. Waso Valley. Dries pretty through there. I think that was a pit stop. In Lake Tahoe, 1957. It looked bigger than it is now. Long ways up from the river, from the Lake Tahoe to the car. Here's Parade in Hawthorne. What one was this one done?
Girl Scouts.
Yeah, but the girl, one of the parades in Hawthorne. I don't know quite what one it is. 4th of July, probably. Because the other one was June. So this would be the 4th of July parade. Yeah. Turning it over to the bus.
These are the Marine station there at Hawthorne Ammunition Depot. That Rexall drugstore just closed recently, and one or two of the casinos are already closed. I think El Cap's the only one that's left now. National Guard from Hawthorne. Marilyn Singer was on this float. She was a CPA, Civilian Air Patrol. This is a demonstration they put on in some open field over there. Some planes coming out of the sky and dropping bombs on them little houses. They were just constructed of plywood and 2x4s. I was driving the ambulance. These were civilians at the end of the airport there in Hawthorne. California state line. My old fishing buddy up at the reservoir at Mount Grant. Hoss. He used to call him Williams. He was the butcher. Both of us took care of the butcher shop. Had some good fish up there. You had to tell them how many fish you took out each time they knew how many were planted. And it took 3 keys to get into it. And you had to be military or retired military. I don't remember what the limit was, but there's some pretty good size. Rainbow trout that they were planted by the Fish and Game for the recreation for the base. I wanted to get up closer to the camera so it looked like a bigger fish. I had it on a tripod, taking my own picture. Back at Hawthorne again. Front yard. The people over at the base wanted you to keep up your yards. I told them I wanted to build a fence, so they give me all the stuff for the fence and give me a welder. I'd never welded before in my life, and welded the fence up. It's a birthday party. I don't know which one of the girls. Could be Karen's. They give you trees, grass, flowers, just about anything. Even deliver it to you. Mary Singer. She passed away just a few years ago. Some of the 50-foot reels didn't turn out too good. This happens to be one of them, but at least you can see some of the people. Going up to Mount Grant, you could check out a Jeep for the weekend. You could get a boat for the lake with outboard motor, rifle or ammunition if you showed your hunting license. That was a road construction. I thought it was Mount Grant. It looked like it, but they were widening the road 80 or 50, one of them. Highway 80. The boss tells me. There's Bill Fisher. Going to work.